Hey everyone. So, I'll be going through Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This will be the first video I've ever done. I'm kind of doing this at the encouragement of my friends, so this is mainly for them, but maybe somebody else will be entertained by this. Hopefully. So, I'll be playing on normal, cause I'm just here to have a good time, you know? Yeah, I've been partway through the game already. I wasn't really satisfied with my current playthrough, how that was going, so I'm just gonna be starting over. I was gonna build a Kitsune fighter that -2 strength is kind of a pain to deal with though, but I can get around that by building them to be a duelist, so that's what I'm going to do. So Keen Kitsune, that +2 intelligence will be good for a duelist. I would have liked to have chosen one of these. Let's see. Yeah, I would have liked to have done that, but this is the only way to get perception, well, a way to get perception as a class skill. Actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out just how my build is going to go. I've worked it out a bit, but I'm still a bit unsure about some things. Yeah, it's going to give me the weapon proficiency. Weapon proficiency or armor proficiency? Because I'm going to be wanting to wear light armor. If only there was a background that gave you rapier proficiency, light armor proficiency, and perception as a class skill. To my knowledge, I don't think there is. Yeah, I guess I'll go with guard, since that gives me light armor proficiency and perception as a class skill. I don't want to have a penalty on that. Bump this up. There. Constitution is good. Intelligence is good. Mobility is going to be important. Athletics will be nice. Perception, always good. Yeah. Perception is like the single most rolled skill in Pathfinder, so that's always good to have. Now feats. Weapon finesse. Then I'll have to wait till level 2 to get fencing grace. But I can't get weapon focus. I think I need weapon focus for this anyway. Rapier. Well, what's the difference between weapon finesse, mythic, and fencing grace? Let's see, you're an expert with weapons that rely on your agility. When using weapon finesse, you may also use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier on your damage rolls. Fencing grace, your dashing style and fluid fencing forms allow you to use agility rather than brute force to fell your foes. Choose one kind of light or one-handed piercing weapon, such as the rapier. When wielding your chosen weapon one-handed, you can add your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier to that weapon's damage. You do not gain this benefit while fighting with two weapons or using flurry of blows, or any time another hand is otherwise occupied. So it sounds like weapon finesse applies more broadly than fencing grace, but I kind of want to take other things. Yeah, I feel like if I just take fencing grace, I can use my mythic abilities for other more useful things. So, weapon finesse. Double check, make sure I understand this. Let's see, mobility 2, dodge, weapon finesse, combat mobility, base attack bonus. Right. Yeah, I might want to take dodge as my bonus feat. Deity, Caden, Kalian, of course. Chaotic good. There.
I have no use for this.
Beautiful.
Let's go with that.
First come, first served.
Yep, that all looks good.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else, like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone. Step back. Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
Demons, Prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
I won't give up that easily.
Hear, hear. That's the Crusader spirit. My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there. Yes, you. Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late. Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'm a traveler. I was just passing by.
Just passing by? And how am I to know that you're not a demon spy? Or worse?
My dear Prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. Be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
I like how they only ever cast restoration spells on you and they wonder why your wounds aren't healing. Who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
Thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks. But my work is not yet done.
What happened to me?
I do not know yet. And that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return. But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Yeah, I still start out with medium armor. Yeah, I just take penalty to all my skills by wearing this. What? Huh.
Beautiful.
Stranger. They take his weapons and he just casually pulls out a sword. So, not willing to run errands, huh? You know, that's a good question. Why did you even bother coming? Okay, I'm just gonna go talk to people who are not nobles. Ember's here! Yeah, I do have money. There should be an option to give her, like, a gold or something. Ah, there's Hole Run. Aravashnial. Nah, you're just being paranoid. Yeah, I know who you are. Where's he going? Elsewhere, I suppose. Remian, I remember you. Iconic Paladin.
Here we go.
Oh, Socio. I didn't know he was here. Nice. What's this? Ah.
gods, behold Iomade, you poor imposter. Your city will fall to me. Your followers will feed my hunger.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
Let the feast begin.
Well, that was over quick.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? Flee is your plan. Let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell. Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Who is Tiscari?
You must have got a good drubbing round the head, brother. Tiscari's a demon lord, the most fearsome enemy of all crusaders and all living things, come to think of it.
What's the situation in the city?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. Place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks.
Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
Huh. That was an interesting
Snaps
bolt.
its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Holy mother of...
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. One say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Oh, this isn't gonna work. Hey, it worked! What did I roll? Oh, just barely.
Ah, damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendeb and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
I'm a traveler. I just wound up here by chance.
Call me superstitious if you want, or maybe cynical. But I just don't believe in chance or coincidences.
How many stories around the tavern table have started with those very words?
Right enough. I have this habit, see, anytime somebody starts yakking about blind chance, it always turns out that the thing was as far from a quirk of fate as you could want. Sorry, don't take it personal, like. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
I wonder. Yeah, looks like paladins don't get any kind of armor training. I remember because last time she was slow as hell. It took forever just to get to the fight. Alright, let's see. Looks like I'll have to make do with the cold iron longsword. I wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna take a penalty on all my attacks by doing that, I think. Yep. Take this. Yeah, that's not ideal. I might just have to stick with that until I find something better.
Beautiful.
Who's there?
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
Not many could withstand a strike from a demon lord, not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Discari himself has come to Canobras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Tell me more about yourself.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic.
What happened to this poor man? Who is he?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
Do you want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
We need to keep moving. There must be a way back to the surface somewhere around here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
A dagger. That's right. Let's see. Simple weapon proficiency. Weapon finesse. She had a +5 to hit with that. +5, that does 1d4 damage though. This also does 1d6. She doesn't get any attack bonus with that though. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing.
What's going on
No
here?
reason
You
to
can
pause.
trust me. Save the last one for me.
Five-foot step back.
I got this.
I'll cut you wide open.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Like I said, slow as hell.
Damn you!
The spirits demand your blood.
Well, that was disappointing.
No glory without
There we go.
risk.
Light armor. That's a little bit better.
Let's see what we can do. I'm here all week.
They will break against our resolve. The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You are today's sacrifice.
Are you still here?
Into the fray.
Gotcha.
Here we go again. Here comes trouble.
So I basically just need to roll 4 or higher to hit that thing.
Go for their hearts.
No glory without risk.
Maybe I'll pull back a bit and let them come to me. Shit.
Good guys always win.
The light.
There we go. Anything good? A light mace. And bracers of armor. Which I can't wear because I'm already wearing armor. And they give me the same amount of armor.
I am a very popular extra plate hero from another plane. Cultivated with your belief.
I'll cut you wide open.
Can I? Yes! Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that spell do more than 1 damage.
Into the fray.
Excellent. Materials.
I feel like a chosen one. I got this.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Yes.
The spirits demand your blood.
Nice. Success.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. When to look?
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
Demons are laying waste to Canabras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
I like how you can just kill them both immediately, even though they're both companions. So who are you? Tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Sadly, underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
I've never heard of underground crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are, and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame, and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Maze? Does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders. That the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
A sword of holy flame? How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner a long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Len, watch your tongue.
We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Is that a trap?
I hope you appreciate this.
Statue of an unknown knight. The technique is crude, but the figure was clearly crafted with genuine feeling. Judging by the style of armor, the knight is from the First Crusade. The room looks like an improvised museum, or perhaps some kind of temple.
Is that treasure?
I found something.
Now what is that?
I wonder... Nope. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Reynard feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Terendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely? Reynard's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind, thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead, in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a gold braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Reynard intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to heal the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Reynard. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing and only if you're ready. There is no going back. Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There, in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths, a vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Reynard's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is, the person called Lariel who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Let's see. Alright, let's try this. But Reynard knows how to resist malign influence such as this, no matter its origin. Nope, I clearly don't. The force of this terrifying attack, though originating in a vision, is much greater than anything Reynard can withstand. Crippling fatigue drags him to the ground, hands trembling, cold piercing his skull and slowly creeping along his spine. The one who sent the vision is experiencing something similar. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real, it exists only in this strange vision or memory, but the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Tiscari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Reynard senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster, this I know, but one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent." The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Reynard does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in Reynard's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Reynard sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Reynard senses that it will return. All he need do is call it.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too? The traitors? The dying girl?
It's only us here. Your group. You, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous. and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wentawag, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Lead us to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
Forget it. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Oh yeah, he can actually use the bracers of armor. Huh.
Always be ready for the worst. You've crossed the wrong mountain.
They will break against our resolve.
Nice.
Let me draw the first blood.
You won't survive me.
I would set it to a higher difficulty, but I know what comes next. More of these.
Got this one. Should I?
I'll rip you apart!
Hit another obstacle. Damn you!
Yeah, I think I'll stay here. Let that thing come to us.
No match for me.
Nice.
Here we go.
What's that there?
A wand of cure light wounds. 15 charges. Good thing to have.
I can handle it. All right. Can't make the demons wait. We'll win this, one way or the other. Endure this. We're gonna rest after this fight. Make every strike count.
Nice. Yep, 1 damage. Can I? Yes.
I'll rip you apart!
I found...
Here we go again.
something.
I'll tear your throat out!
And I can't even attack that one.
The
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
No match for me.
And this is where the voiced sections stop for a while. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the Mongols. Lan! He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the Mongols to be great warriors, the descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, but that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again, and it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of our tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish gains of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. And we're done with that part.
Beautiful.
Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it. He had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive, we can go save them. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. An uplander with the light of heaven, that's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because she likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief, I don't work on faith. Show the light. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna show them the light. So it's true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came. Back from the dead he came to save our children. See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women, their blood will be on your hands. I'm not responsible for others' decisions. And why are they making these decisions? Because of you. You've sealed their fate. You're a murderer. You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least. Well, one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, Lan. But we're neithers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes. But they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lan. Wait, Uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. All right, Chief. Understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. And we all leveled up. Before I rest, though, I'm going to loot everything. Oh yeah, this guy. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwyrm. Yes, that Gwyrm. You no doubt have heard of me if you spend any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. How did you end up here? Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. I like how he refers to a demon lord as an accursed beetle. You don't speak very kindly of the Mongols, even though they saved your life. Pah, kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Gwyrm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior, just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong, it will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabras elite. Let's try this. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let's not be miserly. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000, and that's my final offer. Deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here, in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me.
Let's see what we can do. Here we go.
There's Anivia. This tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Hey, what's the bad blood between you two about? It's an old matter. Miss Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know? That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwyrm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city... What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Gwyrm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes, you're an alright bloke, but carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot, whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anivia, how's the leg? Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They've bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more. If Descari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Neurosian. I think our people will hold on, long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Descari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Mendevian army. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story, the sort of thing drunks in the taverns would come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate, with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. Then again, speaking of stories, truth be told, stories are all I ever knew about Kitsune. Word has it there is a lady diplomat in the capital, a true fox in both looks and behavior. But I have never met her myself. Perhaps mongrels are not that exotic by comparison. The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet, in caves, in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing, or if I am now homeless. I'm going to find Irabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. We have to go. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. Yeah, Horgus Worm is kind of a jerk, but he does have a point. People tend to be afraid of things they don't understand. Yes, the one merchant down here. Well, first I'm gonna loot everything else first.
I can handle it.
Yep, that's everything here. Now, let me see those weapons. You there! You, from the surface! You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra, let's trade. Who are you? People around here call me all sorts. Dyra the Hoarder, Dyra the Coin, Dyra the City Girl. Like that's a bad thing. I trawl the caves, picking up all kinds of things from the surface that wash down here through your sewers. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with my best finds for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well, then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with gold, like city folk. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Our forefathers lived in the city like you. Our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war, only civilized folk can buy and sell. They've forgotten what trading is. They've forgotten the value of gold. They barter hides for plant roots and go on about the feats of the Crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins and I have things to sell. Now let's trade like proper city folk. Someone should take her to the surface and direct her to a temple of Abadar. Seriously. Alright. First, let's sell all the junk. No use for this. Or this. Oh, right. I'll take... Okay, well, first... Yeah, I'll take that, and that, and that, and that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just sell the one. I guess I'll hold on to that for now. And that. That's not useful, that's not useful. That's not as useful as a cold iron longsword. No. Maybe I'll hold on to that for now. Now. Oh, please tell me you have a rapier. Aw, really? Do you have any kind of finessable weapon? A light pick is finessable? Hand axe, 1 to 6 damage. Finesse wielding. Short sword. Okay, well, let's level up first. Just to remind myself, mobility, dodge, weapon finesse, combat mobility, base attack bonus 6. Mobility. Perception, persuasion, actually, knowledge world, or nah, athletics. Now, hold on. Ah, I need weapon focus to get that. Okay, so I'll take weapon focus rapier. Then I can take combat mobility. And that'll be all the prerequisites for dueling out of the way. Might want to take Piranha Strike before then, though. Alright, well, weapon focus rapier. I guess I'll just have to settle for a short sword for now. Oh, who's gonna have 2,300 gold at this point in the game? Ooh, I could get leather armor though. Maybe I'll get some more of those. Yeah, I don't think mage armor adds anything to regular armor. Yeah, it's probably enough for now. Yeah, I have all the other characters set to auto level up. Feels more like actual Pathfinder that way. You can't control what everybody else in your party levels up with. Lay on hands. She gets Hex, Trickery, Stealth, Ice Plant, +2 natural armor bonus to AC. You get Zen Archer bonus feat. Let's see, athletics, mobility, perception. Precise shot, good. Way of the bow, long bow. And what you get doesn't even matter. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to stop for now. So, thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you all again later. Bye.